What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Monday, March 9th. Now, today we are reporting on the results of dog by domination. Today, as you know, at 6 a.m. Pacific time, and depending on where you are around the world, we coordinated a full-on attack on dog buy orders across all platforms, from centralized exchanges to even decentralized exchanges. So in this video, what I'm going to share with you is data. Data is super important to understand what's really going on behind the scenes, but also how this campaign for dog buy domination actually isn't over. This is just a theory, an experiment to prove that this actually works and that we are actually going to be doing this again. So let's go and learn what happened ever since this morning, or depending on where you are around the world, and understand what we had to go through and what we experienced. Because what you're going to learn in this video is going to teach us a lot more the next time we do Operation Dog Buy Domination. So let's get right into it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so roughly dog right now is around 78 million market cap. Now at this specific point right over here was when dog domination had started, roughly around 6 a.m. Now you can see that there was a great result from that. We saw a massive pump to the upside, roughly around 11%. Now some people may think maybe this is because of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is up roughly 2.53%. So if Bitcoin's up, most likely dog and other meme coins will be up. When we look into the meme coin sector, yes, the meme coin sector is up. You see that Pudgy Penguins is up 7%. You see that SPX 6900 is almost close to 3%. So yeah, you can expect that most of these meme coins are up. Let's look at dog Bitcoin. It's up close to around 5%, pretty close. But I will tell you, this wasn't the case when dog domination had begun. At the specific time that the dog army had begun to attack the buy orders, dog was actually outperforming most of the meme coin market. Before we talk about that, I just want to let everybody know that Magic Eden's Rune Marketplace is officially over. So that means when you go over to that manipulated wallet that has been created in a whole bunch of sell orders on Magic Eden is no longer active. Now, when I go over to Sapflow, you can see that the last time that that wallet was manipulating the price, all of its sale orders had ended roughly 12 hours ago. So it doesn't look like this wallet, this manipulative wallet, is going to Sapflow or any other exchange at the very moment to list these specific runes. So right now this wallet is pretty dormant. And that's really good because that means that supply is not being sold, it's not being bought, it's just being held within a wallet as of right now. Okay, so now let's talk about Operation Dog Domination. So this morning, 6 a.m. Pacific time, and depending on where you are around the world, we bought roughly $30 or more, depending on how much you want to spend on either Kraken or your favorite Bitcoin L1 DEX, if it's within the Xverse wallet, if it's Dot Swap, if it's Dog Swap, if it's Bitflow, if it's any marketplace like Sapflow, you probably bought it there. Then there's the wrap version on Solana, which you could buy in most places like Jupiter, Phantom, you can buy it on Coinbase, and then there's Stacks. Not many people are buying dog on Stacks. But I ask people, please post your screenshots in the comments below so that I can track who's been buying and how many people are buying. So roughly, we see about 162 people buying dog, either $30 or more. Now keep in mind, not all 100,000 holders of dog bought in, but some people down below bought more than $30. Some bought thousands of dollars, some bought hundreds of dollars. So that really fills in most of the case of that 100,000 people who were not able to attend. But don't worry, I don't expect all 100,000 holders to buy dog immediately. The thing is, they probably need to see the proof in work. They need to see that this actually works, the proof that it actually is effective. And that's okay. That's why this video has been created. Now, one of the funny things and things that I totally forgot, in the US, we have daylight savings time. Now, daylight savings time here affected everybody around the world, right? So if you're not in the US, you probably thought, oh my gosh, I didn't buy dog at the right time. Why is the dog army buying things an hour early? Well, it's because we had daylight savings times, which I did not keep into account. It surprised me when I checked my clock, and my clock was completely different from what the alarm I set it on. So either way, this is the time that we need to focus on next time, okay? So if you're looking at time frames, no matter what, This is the time frame that we're going to look at. So I'm in Los Angeles, so obviously I'm going to be right around here at 6 a.m. But depending on where you are around the world, and don't worry, I'll share the specific time frame next time and the specific image. But thank you to Brack and many other people sharing this. This will be the time frame that we're going to do the next campaign. But regardless of that 1 hour delay, you saw that just an hour later, people around the world other than the US were also buying. So you can see that roughly 68 people around the world also bought dog or bought more dog compared to the people that were just buying $30. Some people were buying hundreds of dollars. Now let's review how much trading volume occurred over the past 24 hours. So based on what CoinMarketCap had said, was that there was $2.27 million worth of trading volume across all platforms, from centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges. Majority of these trades, over 2 million, was on centralized exchanges. Now let's focus on-chain. The top 100 whale wallets on-chain using a UTXO model data that we can extract from dog data said that these top 100 whale wallets accumulated roughly 76 million dog tokens. So at least you know that the whales, not just retail with small wallets, but whales were also massively accumulating, as you can see from this image. And we also added 46 new holders. These could be brand new wallets that, maybe start a new Xverse wallet, but basically this is all on-chain. This does not include, these holders do not include centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges do not reveal how many wallets that they have or new holders. And that's the thing about centralized entities. Now this image is a very important image, so let's go ahead and freeze frame this. So on Kraken, I noticed that there was a sell wall. There's a wall from retail. This wasn't really a market maker, but I noticed that some retail saw an advantage to take profit. Now this doesn't mean anything negative. It's completely normal because roughly 10 million dogs, not that much, it's like $8,000, and people are plentiful in spending that amount of money, which pretty much swept this floor. So what we see on Kraken though, is that we saw roughly 132% of volume increased on that exchange. It actually had the most volume. But then you could see that the supply of dog was actually being removed off of Kraken, which is actually very positive. So when you're seeing this net outflow, that means you're seeing more dog being taken off of Kraken, meaning there's more dog being bought away from Kraken. That's very positive. But look down below, look at Gate. This is very suspicious. Now look at the volume. The volume for Gate is 323,000 US dollars compared to Kraken, which is 156,000 US dollars. But the thing is, the volume is not that high. It's only 98%. And if you look at the amount of net inflows, it's actually larger than Kraken and even BitGet. So this volume right here that you're seeing, that's only 98%, is completely synthetic. If you look at the amount of net inflows into BitGet, why is there more inflows of dog being bought up from Gate into its exchange? So this is the reason why we did Operation Dog by Domination. It's because we want to see data like this. This data helps us understand what's really going on with Gate, what's really going on with Kraken. People, retail, are using Kraken. No one's using Gate. In fact, the only thing that you're seeing here is basically the market maker bots, which we've been trying to prove over and over. Now, people have been asking, should I buy dog on Gate and then transfer it out to Kraken? Well, I will tell you right now, it wouldn't change a thing. The thing is, we need to see more buying volume on Kraken. That's what we need to focus on the most. Because if you look down here at Kraken, even though we had massive buying orders on Kraken, it was only 158,000 US dollars, while Gate uses synthetic volume, which is 332,000 US dollars. So we actually need to see more volume happening on Kraken than anywhere else, even decentralized exchanges. So that's something that's been revealed through this process. Here's another example. So this is an image on gate.io. Notice that there was one specific wallet at roughly 80 million market cap that was selling roughly 29 million tokens. That's 23,000 US dollars. Now this was eaten up very quickly. This immediately was soon gone. But just keep in mind, is this some random retail wallet or is this a market maker bot? Nonetheless, that's a lot of dog tokens for somebody on Gate. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at what exactly happened as of this morning. Remember, so this is a little video screenshot that I'm actually presenting to you. Now, this is when we actually started seeing the dog price go up. As you can see right around here, that was exactly the time dog price and the dog army were buying in. We went up to around 80 million market cap from 74 million market cap, by the way, which is pretty big. And at first, Gate didn't really have any selling pressure. As you can see right here, it was kind of 56% selling pressure, 43% buying pressure. And then when you look over here on the hourly time frame within that 6 a.m. time frame that the dog army was attacking, you see that dog actually had the largest gainer within that top hour. Okay, so now this is 6:44 a.m. Pacific time. Look at dog. Dog is now up 8% from that dog buy domination campaign. So right within that hour, within 44 minutes, you saw that dog was actually outperforming the meme coin market, up 8%. Okay, so now it's roughly 7:04 a.m. Pacific time. So this is past the hour, and this is when the rest of the world, not just the US, but the rest of the world at their time frame started buying dog. You see that dog pumped up to around 81 million market cap. So this is what's happening at 7:09 a.m. So as you see on the upper right hand side, even though there's some selling pressure on Gate.io from the synthetic volume, this is the amount of volume that you're seeing on Kraken. These could be retail investors. So basically, they're putting a limit sell order at around 81 million market cap, 82, 83, 84. So that specific sell wall on Kraken didn't allow for dog price to go up as much. Now here's the thing that's really crazy. This is 8:44 a.m. You notice that the dog price went back down, so it went from 81 million market cap now back down to 78. Guess who was selling? It was Gate.io. This is the amount of selling pressure that you're seeing on Gate.io. 91% in selling pressure. That is not retail. That's the market maker bots doing what they do. Now, what's the most important thing that you need to take away from this? Well, basically, when it was 8:44 a.m., the dog army wasn't really buying because we were only buying at the start of that specific time frame. So this is why we need to understand how much buying pressure do we need in order to convince this market maker bot on Gate to switch arms and go bullish rather than bearish. But here's what I want to just capture the most of. Now, if you think about it, how much did dog gain from this specific campaign in just a couple hours? Basically, we garnered 11% in the dog price because we all had a coordinated attack. And remember, not all 100,000 holders actually participated because they most likely sat on the sidelines just wanting to observe what was going to happen. As I showed you, only a few hundred holders participated who bought more than $30 from hundreds to even thousands of dollars. And still, dog price went up 11%. So now that you're watching this video, you now understand that the next time that we do this, which could be either next week or this week, now everybody has proof that if we all really coordinate all 100,000 holders or even 10,000 holders, it could really change a lot for dog price. Okay, so let's go ahead and end this video. As you know, I'm very bullish on dog. So what I wanted to share with you was data. We already saw that the Magic Eden Runes marketplace is over. It's done. You saw that market maker on Magic Eden is not listing dog anywhere. It's over. It's dormant as of right now. But what you can take from this is that dog, because you guys and girls around the world bought dog at the exact same time, either you bought it in the US at the exact same time, or you bought it in your native time zone around the world that wasn't on daylight savings time at the right time. Because you did that, you saw a dog went up 11% compared to any other meme coin. Yes, some meme coins are up maybe like 5 or 7%, but dog outperformed all those because we all coordinated. And you also saw how the Gate synthetic volume does not match with what's going on with the rest of the market. In fact, the synthetic volume that's happening is showing that they're actually buying more dog. So in order for that to stop happening, we all actually need to participate, not just a few hundred holders that did, but literally we need thousands and thousands of holders within dog to all do it all at once. Because if just a few hundred can move the price up 11%, as we mentioned, then imagine how thousands of holders can move the price. It will move more than 11%, ladies and gentlemen. And that market maker bot on Gate will most likely cripple and flip bullish. So that's what you can take from this video. I'll be sure to update everybody. I'm following this on a day-to-day basis as the data is being pulled up for me. But I really appreciate everybody participating in this because now we actually have some guidance and a pathway to know where we're going next. So stay tuned. Follow me on X, follow me on YouTube to get all the updates and next steps on what's going to happen for Operation Buy Dog Domination. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Operation Dog Buy Domination. Till then, see you guys girls next time.